Butt sauce.
Fuck,
Butt
fuck,
sauce.
fuck you, fuck.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Butt sauce. I was pretty hungover yesterday, but I think I remember where I work.
Hey, can you
Hi
sign
there.
this petition?
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?
Today we're reviewing the 2007 Postal movie
Butt
directed by
sauce.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe, I call him Uwe Boll.
Uwe
It's
Boll.
what a cool guy. I like him. He beats up his film critics. He beats up the Redditors that diss his movies. He's like the last true alpha male of this country.
That,
Well, tech German, whatever.
that was probably the most Chad thing I've ever heard a director doing. Because, like, some directors are just weird. But Uwe Boll is, like, unapologetically just an asshole. Um, and that's kind of cool in a way. It's, like, kind of a bit of a middle
Yeah.
finger. So, he comes from a long lineage of making shitty video game movies. And this is one of them.
Dude,
Um,
he could kick your fucking ass.
well, I mean, he knows his movies are shitty. He's like self-aware in this one. But it's only as self-aware as 2007 self-awareness can go. Um, so yeah, we're reviewing Postal.
He
This,
accepted his what is it, fucking like Golden Raspberry Award with like
yeah,
pride.
yeah, he got a Golden Razzie.
That's probably the most base thing any director could do.
Well, yeah, I mean, Uwe Boll, he's a pretty controversial figure. I mean, he's very narcissistic. He's
No,
very, kinda. I mean, a little
no,
bit. He's like,
he's
I'm a
just
fucking genius.
he just defends his work.
Well, I
He is
mean,
a genius.
he's a little tongue in cheek with his defenses though, because he kind of knows that people aren't gonna like his movies because his movies are basically just tax evasion scams,
Well,
for like money laundering purposes.
well, he knows it's just fucking movies. Like only losers take movies like seriously.
Yeah, imagine being the kind of guy that like props up their entire career on making fucking movies and talking about movies.
Here's the thing, like he makes movies, and then there's critics who just cry about like people who make movies.
Yeah, imagine being a fucking critic.
Yeah, I hate critics.
Yeah, I hate critics too. Couldn't be me. I'm not a critic at all. I'm critical of critics. You can call me dry
Critical.
critical.
You could call me critical. What up, everybody? I love dildos.
What up, everybody? My name's critical. I'm gonna shove this big giant dildo up my ass. I think this
You
guy is stinky poopy pants, and buy my shitty comic.
we could diss critical all we want. He did handle that Sneeko shit pretty good.
Oh yeah, he fucked on him. That was pretty cool. Uh,
Yeah.
it was a very funny response, and I think he knew that, and I think that was a very good choice on the part of Critical to make an annoying little brat like Sneeko uh shut the fuck up.
Do you think Uwe Boll fucks Sneeko's girlfriend? He could.
That's the missing link in all of this. Uwe Boll fucked Sneeko's girlfriend, and that's what turned him into a cuck.
Yeah.
All right.
And Uwe Boll is kind of like a Gen X left wing person where it's like, I don't think
Eh,
he'll be really down with PC culture or whatever, but
he's not left wing.
yeah, I mean he said he would rather have Bernie Sanders win than Trump or Hillary.
He's a German right winger, right? But it's like I don't know.
He's not a German right winger, you're
The
just a
right
lib.
no 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 shut up. The right wing in Germany is like our left wing in America. You know, like the
Shut
German
the fuck.
Conservative Party, like the CDU in Germany is like our Democratic Party.
Have you been to Germany?
The fuck does that? No, I haven't been to
And
Germany.
I don't think you could say that.
Have you watched his Rampage movies?
I think they're a little tongue in cheek, if you ask me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. In those movies, he like espouses pretty much with this like character, like a weird like anarcho-capitalist ideology. It's like the same shit that Senator Armstrong says in like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Wait, wasn't Rampage the one with like The Rock in it
No,
fighting like
no,
the giant?
no, no. That's a different Rampage movie. That's a
Just
movie about
fucking,
a gorilla or some shit.
I'm just fucking with you.
Look, man, I'm autistic. I take shit seriously. Um,
Why are you so serious, bro? Why are you so fucking serious?
why are
With your
you
bullshit.
serious?
Why so serious?
Oh, that movie doesn't come out for another 2 years. This movie came out at the same time, almost the same time, as the Simpsons movie. So imagine living in America in 2007, and you just got done watching the Postal movie, and then you're like, God damn, The Simpsons is coming out. Time to watch it.
Well, no one watched the fucking Postal movie because uh most theaters like pulled this movie out during the last second. So only like a few regional theaters got this one.
All right, well, imagine this then. Imagine you're a single parent of one, and you take your kid in May 26, 2006 to go see the Cars movie, and you're like, daggum, I watched Tow-Mate this shit. And then you go watch the Simpsons movie, and you're like, daggum, it's the Simpsons. And then you watch the Postal movie, and you're like, why, yes, this is an immaculate piece of film.
I don't get what joke this I don't understand the
I'm
joke.
setting a stage, okay? Imagine you live in 2006 and 7. All right?
Okay.
America is at least 3 to 4 years into the Iraq War. The bodies are piling up. They're
Not
stacking.
our bodies.
Huh?
Not our bodies.
Yeah, America. But yeah, the bodies are piling up. 9/11 happened. Toby Queef is on the radio 24/7 talking about they're going to kill them Arabs.
We're
And
gonna shove a foot up your ass. We're gonna lick your anus. We're gonna kiss your mouth.
and you take your kid to the theater to see like Cars, and then a few months go by and you take your kid to the theater to see the Simpsons movie, and then a couple weeks go by and then you're like, damn, I want to see this Postal movie. I remember playing the Postal game because I'm a gamer in
Uh
2007.
Freeze frame. If you were a parent in 2007, I don't think you would have played Postal 2.
Shut the fuck up.
Like if I have to just add realism to your scenario here.
Hey man, Gen Xer parents play video games too,
Yeah,
you
maybe
know.
fucking Donkey Kong in like 82. They were not playing Postal 2.
Who do you think was out here playing Doom?
Fucking the Columbine shooters,
Yeah, and what were the Columbine shooters? Gen
millennials.
Xers.
No, they were millennials. If
No,
you were like
no.
yeah, if you were in high school in the late 90s, that's like a very, very old millennial.
It's a very young Gen Xer.
No, no, I don't think you know how this works.
Millennials were in high school in like the 2000s.
Millennials were in high school in like the late 90s.
When did Gen Xers go to graduate high school?
Are you Googling
I'm
this?
Googling this, you motherfucker.
You fucking libtard.
So, okay, alright. The last Gen Xers were born in 1980. So if you were born in 1980 and you went to high school in the 90s, so 1990 you would have been 10, 1998 you would have been 18. The Columbine shooting happened in like 1997 or some shit. So yeah, get owned, fucktard.
Oh, it was no, I'm right. The Columbine shooting was 99.
You're really splitting hairs here.
You're so stupid, and I think you're just embarrassing yourself to our viewers who are fucking bored of this conversation.
Okay, look. Let's get back to the movie. Okay, let's get
Okay,
back to the
okay.
movie. But also, you're implying that Woodstock '99 was not full of fucking Gen
Well,
Xers. That was Gen
of
Xer
course.
Central.
Yeah, yeah, of course it was Gen Xers because like most
Teenagers in '99 were Gen Xers.
Well, teenagers were not going to fucking Woodstock 99. That was like unemployed, like 26-year-old guy. Like your dad was probably in Woodstock 99.
You know, while we're fucking around here, I think he actually was. I think he literally was there.
Were you conceived there?
No,
Were you conceived in like the fucking porta potties?
no, I'm not a
Yeah.
fucking toilet baby.
Yes, you fucking are.
All right. Going back to the movie. All right, so Postal, 2007.
What if the Limp Bizkit guy was your actual father? I could see it.
What if you were conceived in a fucking bathtub, bathroom, whatever? Shut up.
There was no bathtubs in Woodstock 99.
No,
Fact check.
shut up. Okay. We're so far detracted from the
So,
movie at this point.
episode. Who the fuck gives a shit?
Who cares? It's Postal.
Yeah,
It's Postal.
Postal.
All right, so the movie it opens immediately on a 9/11 joke. Classy,
Oh.
classy as usual. Um, Something that confused me when they like pan on the trailer park to kind of like show the setting of the place.
Yeah.
They name the trailer park like Paradise Winds, but the
Well,
town
that was in the game.
that was not in the game, was it?
Yeah, yeah, in Postal 2, because Postal 1 was really some like edgelord sort of thing,
Yeah.
and Postal 2 was more of a comedy, which I feel like that really helps. If you're going to have such a
Oh yeah.
violent game, you better make it a comedy to sort of ease the tension.
Yeah. Which I've
And
played Postal 2 a lot, like a lot, a lot, and I even watched a 2 hour long playthrough of Postal 2, before watching the movie just to kind of get an idea for the story beats. And they don't have a name for the trailer park he's in. He's not even in a trailer park. He's in a trailer behind like a house. And in the movie they name it Paradise Winds Trailer Park, which really confuses me because the town is also called Paradise apparently.
who the fuck gives a shit?
Sorry,
Who
I
the
look, I
who's
give a shit. I'm here to give a shit. I care about the lore, okay?
what kind of person like 2007 is gonna be like they got Postal 2 wrong, bro?
Look, I'm the guy that is autistic enough to notice this, okay?
All right,
All right.
all right, all right.
So the wife character in the game, she's just like a nagging wife, just like, did you get the milk?
Am I right? My bros, women always be nagging about that milk.
Yeah, women be nagging my brothers. Um, but in this, she's like fat, she's mean, she's a cheater, and they have like a cowboy landlord with like the most disgusting mouth I've ever seen.
I mean, honestly, this was a funny fucking movie. All these lowbrow jokes, I did laugh.
Then there's like a right wing conspiracy theorist mayoral candidate played by J.K. Simmons from Whiplash.
Wasn't even was he even right wing?
I
Like
mean, kinda.
he he was talking shit about the war, I think, wasn't he? That's not right wing in 2007.
He wasn't talking about the war.
What the fuck was he talking about?
He was saying some bullshit about how like, oh, we as Americans need to stand up and we're gonna create the fuck you party.
Well, that how's that automatically Republican?
Look, man, what other person in 2007 is gonna be plastering like American flags on their shit and saying "fuck you"?
Well, just give me a reason why this character is right wing.
Look,
That's all
man,
I'm.
he was on screen for like 20 seconds. He's very clearly like an Alex Jones stand-in.
Well, who the fuck knew who Alex Jones was in 2007?
Like every dumbass who had a radio.
Was your dad making you listen to Alex Jones back then?
I mean, he used to listen to it to laugh at him. Yeah, he was on AM radio stations, dude. You weren't
Oh yeah,
there. You weren't
yeah.
there.
Was Alex Jones a household name in 2007?
Well, people didn't know Alex Jones, but they knew Infowars.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact. Fun fact. This is actually a pretty
Yeah.
fun fact about that. Back in like 2006. No, 2008. No, wait, no, this was in 2009. Sorry. Back in 2009, I was in like fourth grade. I lived in like the middle of the woods basically, and there was a highway that passed by my house. And one day I noticed when I was riding the bus to go to school that somebody like stapled a sign made out of wood onto the tree that just said InfoWars. Like nothing else. It didn't say infowars.com. It didn't say like anything, any information. It was just like a sign that somebody took like a blowtorch to, and they like cooked in the letters. They like burnt in the letters InfoWars.
It's like someone's like paintball business.
Yeah. But like I saw that and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is InfoWars?
And then you looked it up the next day on the computer and you became
Oh, we
red
didn't
pill.
have internet back then.
Oh, ew. You're one of those people.
Ew, you're a poor.
Oh God.
No, so I just had to like stew in that information for a while, just like what the fuck is InfoWars? Huh? What is this? And my dad would listen to them on the radio sometimes on like Sundays because that's when they would like broadcast. And we would like we had like a regimen, right? We would like listen to like the local like trader show, and they would be like selling guns or some shit on the radio and be like, hey, if you call this number, you can buy an AK-47. And then after that, there was like a local opinion show, and then after that was InfoWars.
Yeah, your dad must have been a big fan.
Not really.
Oh,
Nah, believe it or not, he wasn't really a fan. He just listened to them for a goof, for a laugh,
for a holler.
for a holler. Yeah, he
Or
listened.
like
He listened to them for a holler, hootenanny.
your dad thought it was like the Jerky Boys or something.
Going back to the movie, just like in the game, the Taliban have a hangout spot in the convenience store. When they like go to that like later on in the movie, when the postal dude's like trying to apply for a job, I fucking love the name of the company that he applies to. Fucking Glutco.
Glutco.
Glutco. That is such a good fucking name.
And
And
then I like how was he the same guy who was trying to sell the book?
um, yeah, he was.
Because that was also really fucking funny, like how to motivate your employees
Yeah,
by like fucking starving them or something.
yeah. Like if you tell them that you're God, they'll believe that you're God. They'll kill and die for you.
I kind of like how Osama was like kind of portrayed as this like apathetic boomer who isn't really into the cause, but more so just sort of like
He just doesn't
sees
give a
himself,
fuck.
yeah, just sees himself as this sort of like boss.
Yeah, he's just got like this like accent, like he's from Ohio, and he's just like all of his like lackeys are like, we must kill the infidels, and he's just like, yeah, hang on, guys, you gotta go watch some TV. It's me time.
Which honestly, that probably sounds like that was really happening, you know? Like all these guys are like doing all these bombings and he's just like playing video games in his like cave.
I mean, he literally did. He had video games on his fucking on his computer.
What kind of video games are we talking about?
Uh, I think he had like Counter Strike, which is hilarious to think about.
Anything like quirky games like iCarly, the video game?
Man, I'd have to look up the actual like leaks from his hard drive. Hang on, let me do that right now. Let me look up Osama bin Laden hard drive leaks. Let's see. He had Half-Life, Super Mario Brothers, Yoshi's Island DS, Final Fantasy VII, Dragon Ball Z, and Counter Strike. He also had a couple copies of other movies as well.
What movies?
Oh god, let's see. Okay, so he had Counter Strike, Half-Life, a lot of Nintendo games. He had Animal Crossing, Zuma Deluxe, Sniper Elite, and Nazi Zombie Army 2. Wow.
Did he have
Um,
like kids or something?
did he have what?
Was he like hanging out with kids in his cave?
I don't fucking know, but he also had let's see. He had the entire Devil May Cry series at the time. He also had a couple porn games that aren't listed. And he had copies of Ants, Cars, Chicken Little, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, and Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs on his hard drive.
Oh man.
Oh, just imagine you're you're in Pakistan and you're like Osama bin Laden's neighbor, and you just hear open the door, get on the floor, but you want the dinosaur. Oh, oh, it's so fucking stupid. Oh,
Okay, so that's the Al Qaeda part of the movie. There's also like this like hippie like Charles Manson type like
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
where
There's
they're
like a fucking cult, and the cult's led by Uncle Dave and Joey's World Tour.
oh yeah, the guy looks like Joey's from tour
He fucking sounds like him too, man. Like
some way.
they say the same shit.
Yeah, so like Uncle Dave, it is kind of like a weird counter to like Al Qaeda because you have like one guy who's like very apathetic, who's supposed to be like the ringleader, and then you have like his like second in command who's like really enthusiastic about it,
Mm-hmm.
which is the fat guy. Because
Which
spoiler alert, he kills Uncle Dave.
Yeah, and another note that I made sure to take note of here is that in the scene where the fat guy who looks like Joey's World Tour and Uncle
He has
Dave are
a name.
talking, huh?
He has a name, you know.
Okay, his name's Richie. He's played by David Coppola.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Uncle Dave's played by Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall. Yeah.
But in the scene where like Joey's World Tour and Uncle Dave are talking, uh I noticed that like Uncle Dave is like taking a shit and he doesn't wipe his ass and he just gets back on the bed. And I thought that was nasty as fuck.
Cinema Sin Ding. Uncle Dave didn't wipe his ass.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that we got a full frontal shot of his like cock and balls, which is epic.
Point redeemed.
um and then they're talking about like, they're in a cult or whatever and they owe like 1 point whatever fuck off $1 million to the IRS. If they're in a cult, they can file as a religious institution and not have to pay taxes at all. Like that's like a giant plot hole in this movie.
Oh, dude, there's a plot hole in Postal.
Damn.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Who would have thought? But
Um,
that like sinks the entire like motivation of like the cult side of the movie. Uh, because they literally just have to file as a religious organization.
I think the thing I like about this movie is it's a giant shitpost of a movie, but it's still like coherent, at least in a way where it tries to tell a story,
Yeah,
unlike the fucking like epic movie, disaster movie, which is like, oh, here's Paris Hilton getting
yeah.
smashed by the Hulk. See, I like the thing about like this movie is a shitpost, but it doesn't break the laws of physics, at least until like the monkeys part, but whatever, that was like 5 seconds.
Like the like epic movie and like the disaster movie and all those like different types of like something movie that are all just like parodies of each other or like of other movies. They're so fucking shit. They all suck so fucking bad and they're unfunny. They those movies single handedly
They
killed the
are
spoof genre.
funny. They are pretty fucking funny.
No, the fuck they're not. They killed the spoof genre, man.
I Meet the Spartans, pretty funny moments,
Was
honestly.
ass. I'm sorry. Meet the Spartans was ass, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Disaster movie when those chipmunks were crazy, man. I was laughing,
No,
not
that
gonna lie.
shit was ass. That's awful.
It's like, oh, it's like I know those movies are such lazy piles of shit, but
They're
that
so
like
lazy. It's
I
insane.
can't.
How...
In Vampires Suck, when that fucking when the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place is in a fisher boat and he sees the vampires and he goes like, "Are you guys the Black Eyed Peas?" Dude, that made me laugh for at least 2 hours, man. Oh, man, even thinking about it's making me fucking laugh.
Oh, those
I'm
movies are
just
painful.
I'm thinking about the Vampires Suck trailer, man. That is God. What like even the trailer is funny. It's just it's such a stupid ass movie, but I love Vampires Suck so much.
I can tell you're bullshitting through your teeth, dude. You're just
Bullshit.
you're doing this voice. You're like, man, I love this movie. It's such a
Dude,
good movie.
there's a part in Vampires Sucks where like the teacher like in a creepy way like stares at the Bella character and he's like, sit by this guy so you can start a movie franchise with him. It's so funny. It's just they're it's Vampires Suck is so funny. And then when all the werewolves are dancing to like "It's Raining Man," that made me laugh
Do you get the
super
joke?
hard.
The joke is that they're gay because they're shirtless.
It's funny though. Yeah, it's offensive, but it's also funny.
Do you get the joke, guys?
You know what?
www.joke.com.
Everyone in that theater to Vampires Suck was just
1
like
800
laugh.
joke.
And then you got like the fucking the stern looking constipated critic with his arms crossed, Ivan over here going, "This movie stinks." It's like, what are you gonna do, bitch? All the Chads in the movie theater are laughing their gut out, and you're just over here being like thinking about how you're gonna do a nostalgia critic type review when you get home. But guess what, bitch? You ain't.
Oh yeah,
What
I'm truly such a sourpuss when I see a movie that's like a shitty spoof movie from like 2000 whatever, and it's just like synths over here like oh, that's really good.
Man, I'm gonna say it right fucking now. Meet the Spartans is unironically better than 300
Oh.
because 300 did such a stupid, corny fucking movie that takes itself seriously. It's like no, it's like Meet the Spartans. It humbles itself, you know.
I mean, I do think 300's kind of an overrated movie, but also like whoever decided to make a Meet the Fockers parody, which was already like a Meet the Parents parody, I think, uh,
Dude,
mixed with 300, needs to get shot.
I'm thinking of that last part in Meet the Spartans where they're just knocking the fuck over Lindsay Lohan.
All right, getting
Oh,
going back to Postal instead of talking about shit movie. Um,
is
let's uh, yeah. So I really loved how in Postal the Taliban guys were just acting like frat bros. They're just like, boobies, time to play pool. Uh,
is that what rap bros do? Say boobies and play pool?
yeah. I mean, I'm from a college town. I know. Um,
Oh yeah, you are from a college town.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
college town, USA, baby. That's what frat guys do. They just run around. And they're like, oh, boobies.
Yeah, well, well, you were a jock.
I wasn't in a frat. Sorry to
Well,
say, was not in
you're
a
a
frat,
jock. You practically were in a frat.
but I wasn't. Um,
You were a jock in okay, we won't get into it today.
yeah, we won't cover my lore.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Um, oh yeah. Also, I always fucking hated how they portrayed welfare in Postal. Uh, because that's not how it works. You don't just like, you don't just have some fat bitch say, "Go get my welfare check," and then you just go and collect a welfare check. Like that's not at all how that works. It hasn't been for since ever. You don't just go and get money from like this government office at the window.
I don't know, man. Ronald Reagan told me the other way.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan told me that all women that get welfare checks are fucking like welfare queens, and by welfare checks I mean food stamps, which can only be used for food. My next note that I have for this movie is the postal dude gets cucked and kills his mugger. That was pretty funny.
Pretty,
We
pretty
always
relatable.
watch movies that involve cucking. Have you ever
Oh,
noticed
I
that?
can say that. When I was watching this, I was like, "You're gonna bring that up."
Yeah, and I brought it up. When I was thinking about that, I thought, oh, Synthcool's gonna bitch at me for bringing this up. But yeah, I
Yeah.
brought it up, motherfucker. What are you gonna do about it?
Cry.
I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna cry, motherfucker.
Well, I'm gonna cry. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you're gonna cry, bitch.
Yeah.
You fucking bitch. You
Can we go
fucking.
back? Can we go
Huh?
back to the welfare scene?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So
So the postal dude, I kind of liked it. What I kind of liked about Zach Ward's postal dude is that he is kind of like the straight laced guy in this insane city, but he still is a part of the zaniness. Like how he how when the welfare shooting is happening, he's like taking like welfare tickets to be next in line. Like
Yeah.
he's kind of like adapted to the insanity of like rural America or whatever.
Yeah, and that's actually something that I made note of later on is that in Postal 2, you can play that game completely pacifist. Like you don't have to be this chaotic agent of death like a lot of people play the game as. You can literally just do the objectives and it's that easy. But the town around you is always going to be fucking crazy and wacky and weird and wild. And that's kind of showcased here in the movie a lot where the postal dude is just like, God, I hate this town over and
Yeah.
over because he's just like the one kind of like normal dude in the middle of this town full of like devil's reject fucking inbred weirdos that just love to shoot each other.
The Postal Dude's speech actually gave me a little tear in my eye. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. Yeah. Because that was a powerful scene. When Postal Dude is explaining that, we don't have to destroy this earth and we can all get along together. But the Taliban guy, the cultist guy, the Hicks, they all feel emasculated from hugs, so they decide to shoot. It's like they're rejecting their own paradise, and it makes me sad. And Postal Dude has to stand up for himself at the end. It's a very complicated, dilemma.
All that bullshit aside, I do think that the messaging in this movie of being against religious extremism is kind of, I mean, it's kind of, it's not like a super like heavy-handed like religious extremism is bad type of thing, but I mean, it is a little heavy-handed at times. They're like, hey, I've got religious maniacs trying to blow me up or trying to blow up the world, uh, on this side and this side, and it just kind of paints like religious extremism as a whole as being pretty stupid, which is definitely a Uwe Boll thing. I think he's a very atheist person, if I remember correctly. He's like an edgy like atheist in like 2007.
Yeah, but he's like an atheist Redditor who's actually ripped and not some fat nerd in like a Sonic t-shirt.
Yeah, he's not like a My Little Pony viewer.
It's tough being a conservative Christian brony. That's all I'll tell you. Pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Um,
Zach Ward, I think did a very good job as a protagonist. Zach Ward, he was on Titus. You remember that show Titus?
I have no idea what that is, but I know that he's the current voice of the Postal Dude in Postal 4 No Regrets.
No, I have never played Postal 3 or 4.
Well, Postal 3's gone because it's a piece of shit game that was just kind of pumped out, not that great. Postal 2 is like the best one in the series, and Postal 2 actually had they had a fucking DLC for it, which came out like in 20 like 17 or some shit.
I think I might have played. It's like the Apocalypse thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Apocalypse Weekend, and then there's like one that's like Trouble in Paradise or some shit.
And that was fucked up. I remember you had to like cut off the limbs of like an elephant, and I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
But yeah, so Postal 2 is such a good game that the developers have supported it for a long, long time. And they're trying to make a new game with Postal 4 No Regrets using the Unreal Engine, and that's going about as well as you'd expect. It's not getting off the ground too well. But the voice actor for the Postal Dude in that game is the guy from the movie.
I think I played Postal 4 in like a live stream, like the demo version, and it just was a total disaster.
Yeah, the it's pretty shit right now, I think. Actually, I don't know. Is it still bad? Let me check. I'm gonna look on Steam right now and see what the reviews are.
All right, while you're talking about that, I'm going to talk about Titus. Titus was a really good show, lasted 3 seasons. Christopher Titus, probably the one of the greatest comedians of our generation. well, okay, he's Gen X, but still, I think Christopher Titus needs another TV show, and just make it fucking happen. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that there's my end review of the Titus television program. Uh, any update on the video game, Ivan?
Yeah, so it looks like Postal 4's gotten better recently, but it still plays like shit for some people. It's just Postal 2, basically, but with more features. That's about it, really.
Wow,
You still got the dedicated key to piss. Dedicated piss key, still in the game.
the dedicated piss key.
Anyways,
Um,
going back to the movie, the actor who plays Osama bin Laden in this was the
yeah.
same actor who played the casino dealer from Austin Powers.
Did you look that up or you like knew that?
I was looking up like some of the shit about the cast, and I found that, and I thought it was interesting.
Oh my God, can I have your autograph? You played Osama bin Laden.
And the guy that looks like Joey's World Tour was in Cory in the House.
You serious? Oh, dude, what
Yeah,
episode?
I don't know what episode exactly, but he was also in The West Wing, How I Met Your Mother, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, Beowulf, The Polar Express, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and Spawn.
So he was in two political thrillers, The West Wing and Cory in the House. He was in sort of like animated movies like Polar Express. He was in middle school comedies like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He's kind of been all around.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's got a very unique voice, and by unique I mean he sounds like fucking Joey's World Tour.
And he's fucking hot.
Right. The postal dude in this movie, voices. I already said that. Damn it. He was also Scott Farkas in A Christmas Story.
My
Yeah,
favorite character in the Christmas Story. The bass character.
the bass character.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Ralphie was just such a libtard in that movie. Wearing his bunny pajamas. Cringe. Uh, okay, read your notes. We're running out of steam here.
Okay.
like,
Okay.
like all I'm doing is making fun of your poverty and talking about spoof movies.
Okay, but the spoof movies are fucking stupid. I hate them. I don't know how you can enjoy those.
Because they're based and funny.
Based. I loved it in the Starving Games when they made like a Kesha reference. That was so fucking
Okay.
based.
Now I'm a little above the starving games.
Oh,
I
shut the
think
fuck
I,
up.
I think the theater experience prestige of like disaster movie, epic movie, Meet the Spartans gave those movies a certain expectations to like deliver. Whereas I feel like a lot of the streaming ones, like the Starving Games, just don't deliver.
I don't think any of them delivered because they're all shitty spoof movies.
How about I deliver a fist to your face?
New movie by Synthcool on YouTube.com. Shit movie. It's just an hour of poo jokes and minion references.
I would so make that movie and it would be the best movie ever.
It's like, hey guys, remember the time when the minions, haha, fart gun, poop, uproarious laughter.
I'm Ivan. I hate shit movie. Well, here, Ivan. Chill. Oh, dude, I would challenge my critics to a boxing match to the death.
Yeah, funded by Nazi gold. You criticize my movie, shit movie, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And this is also for criticizing my movie, ass movie.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Ass movie.
God, that reminds me of Idiocracy,
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
where like the only movie in the theater is just called Ass.
I mean, isn't watching porn technically watching ass movie?
No, because ass movie has to be like ass jokes.
Oh.
Like imagine if it was like Kick Ass the movie, except Kick Ass the movie is just like 45 minutes of a guy getting kicked in the ass like Jackass.
Well, after seeing Kick-Ass 2, I think that would be a better alternative. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, because Kick Ass 2 kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Which that's a real opinion of mine. I'm not being facetious there.
We'll have to cover the Kick-Ass movie some point.
I feel like we should because the difference is pretty stark in the first and the second movie.
Nah, they're both shit.
All right, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, we are really derailed on this one.
I mean, I got derailed while watching this movie. Like, I was watching this movie and about to the point where they're like, the postal dude's like sneaking into the to Uncle Dave's house, like to sneak past the Taliban and shit. I just lost all focus. I was like, what? Nothing's happening.
I was staring at the hot girls because they were hot.
Oh, boobies. Oh.
Can I get an amen, my brothers?
Let's see. When they're like planning the heist, I actually, actually have a note here. We stopped right at the note. We started derailing right at the note where it says, by the part where the police officer is using a disabled man for profit, I began to lose focus. Also in like throughout the entire movie, like count how many times they do like a sound, like a whip, like a whip sound.
I don't have Asperger's, so I didn't notice
No,
at
but
all.
every transition and like that scene where they're like plotting the heist or whatever to like get the fucking penis dolls. They're every movement is just.
Yeah, this is. I think that this is more of a you problem.
I have fucking autism. I'm sorry. Like I notice these things.
Maybe you gotta like go into the corner and like twirl a little bit. Get all the shakies out
Twirl,
before you go watch the movie.
shakies.
You know how autistic people when they get like when they notice something they have to like shake a little bit and then
No,
maybe I just do that and I actually am autistic.
I mean I think we're both fucking autistic. We're
I,
reviewing the Postal movie from 2007.
yeah.
This movie is more than 20 like 20 years old.
It's kind of funny that Uwe Boll is kind of like a Gen X like leftist type, whereas Vince
Vince
Desi,
Desi.
the sort of developer of the Postal games. It's funny because I go on his Twitter, he likes a bunch of like very like generic MAGA shit, like the election was stolen, brother, 1776. But his like all of his posts are just like pictures of like Italian food he cooks, and then he like retweets like Postal Dude fan art, which is from like bipolar, bisexual, like 20-year-olds with like pronouns in their uh bios.
Oh my
So
god, you're fucking right. I'm looking at his Twitter
yeah.
right now. His most recent like was from Roger Stone, the like infamous like insurrectionist criminal man who looks like an actual Bond villain.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like most conservatives are incapable of making art, but I feel like we gotta let this dude slide. He made Postal too.
Bruh, he's liking like Marjorie Taylor Greene tweets and like he's like liking pro Russia shit and
He's an Italian. He tells it like it is,
yeah, I'm
Ivan.
Italian. That makes me wonder then how how do you think the humor is going to evolve in the future Postal games where you just have like the auteur behind it all being this like MAGA retard?
Well, I think it's kind of compromised with other people, and I don't think like anyone else involved in those games is like a Republican like that. And you know what? I trust that this man will not turn the Postal franchise into his agenda.
Bruh, he's like posting fucking like videos of Stephen Bannon.
Based?
This dude's crazy. And then also like TF2 gameplay. That's so weird. That is so weird to see side by side. What the fuck?
Well, I
Well,
mean, that's just every like autistic dude's like Twitter account. So like, why are you so surprised from seeing that?
the top retweet is a photo of the postal dude, and it says, "He's my silly, scrunkly, scrimblow, cootie patootie little pew pew." And that was posted by some like obvious like giga zoomer. But god damn, that guy's Twitter is a fucking that's a mess.
He, he has lots of good looking food on his Twitter though.
Sure,
Mm.
if you consider like I don't know, fucking Roger Stone to be food. Um,
Oh, I do, and it's delicious.
oh, I could eat him up. Num num yum.
I could eat him out.
Uh, so the Taliban has a really cute cat. I made that.
Oh yeah,
That's a note. They have a really cute looking cat.
oh yeah, and he had to do the gun in the cat's anus thing for all the Postal fans in the theater. Postal
Yeah,
fans.
I was actually a little relieved that they went by cartoon logic and the cat was just okay.
Yeah, like as much as I'm glad this isn't a generic spoof movie, I feel like those few instances were perfectly fine.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see a cat explode like
Yeah.
they do in the games.
Yeah, in Postal 2, it's like look, you can kill as many people as you want, whatever. It's like a cartoonish video game, but don't kill the cat.
Yeah, don't kill the cat, man. That's not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool. Weirdly good George Bush impersonation from the actor who plays George Bush.
That was fucking funny.
That was fucking funny. That was weirdly good. Like that is one of the most accurate George Bush impressions I think I've ever seen. Um, Vern Troyer as Vern Troyer, short man. They make a lot of
Rest,
midget jokes after that
rest
point.
in peace.
And then Uwe Boll himself shows up in the movie as Uwe Boll.
She gets shot in the dick.
He gets shot in the dick, and he apparently owns like a beer garden. That's where they start the whole big shootout that ends with well, the shoot before the shootout starts. Uwe Boll says he gets like a boner on stage when he sees children or something, and the part where the reporter just said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That got me good. I'm sorry.
He's such a troll, man.
That was funny as shit. Um, and then the part where like they're like the cult people are like trying to do like the heist or whatever of the crotch dolls. Uh, and he makes the girls go like jerk off the guards or some shit. I love the line where the guy says, go in there and give these guys a god job."
I forgot so much about this movie though. I
See,
don't know.
that's why I'm smart. I make notes.
Okay, listen here, Rick and Morty Redditor.
Shut the fuck
Uh,
up.
look, I watch a movie.
No, fuck you. That's too far.
I'm sorry.
That's too
Man,
far.
we've been really hostile in this review to each other,
No,
and
it's
we need to remind the audience that we love each other.
yeah, no, it's all fun and games. Uh,
Yeah, we're getting married right here,
yeah,
right
we're
now.
gonna we're gonna get married right during our review of Postal 2007.
Yeah, we're both getting guy jobs.
uh, so when they mention Nazi gold in this movie, that's actually kind of true because Uwe Boll, uh, his movies are kind of like money laundering schemes, for like rich German people, and a lot of those rich German people have money from Nazi gold and like Nazi looting of Jewish people. And he just kind of like admits it in this movie. He's like they say that my movies are filmed using Nazi gold, and I have to say they're absolutely correct.
Well, you know what? It's like a lot of those rich German people, they don't fucking use that money for anything good. At least Uwe Boll is like using it for art, making Postal. So yeah, like
Yes,
I support Nazi gold in this instance.
I support Nazi gold being wasted on video game movies.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. Uh, Vince Desi, the aforementioned creator of Postal, literally shows up to beat up Uwe Boll, and they start boxing each other, which is like a oh haha. Remember when Uwe Boll boxed his critics? Funny.
I laughed. I don't know why you gotta be such a sourpuss.
I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. I liked when
Yeah.
Vince Desi said 4 video games, then shot a disabled guy.
That's ethics in video game journalism, baby.
Hell yeah. I love ethics in video games journalism.
Same, bro.
Five Guys, burgers, fries. Oh god, it's Gamergate again.
Oh my god, I want to smack the shit out of you for making these fucking references.
I'm
You're such a redditor.
not. I have never even fucking used Reddit.
Uh, okay,
I don't use Reddit ever.
okay.
Don't ever put that accusation on me, motherfucker. I don't
This
use
is.
Reddit.
I think this is the worst review we've ever done.
You say that every review. You said that during the Simpsons review.
Yeah.
This is the worst review we've ever done. This is the worst review.
I got a comment saying, I got a comment on the Simpsons one saying that like we always end up ranting about like boomers and Republicans in every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard not to do that in the fucking review of Postal.
It's really hard not to do that. I mean, look at Vince Desi's fucking Twitter. Look at him.
He's an upstanding Italian American citizen
He's
who tells it like it
Italian.
is. I'm sorry that that intimidates you. You know,
He's
Italian.
Italian. He intimidates Italian.
Do you want Italian Americans to be like, bipolar soy boy? Is this woke? Please let it be woke. Like, do you want that? Is that what you want?
It would probably be a bit of a better place if Italian people were less stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm allowed to say that. Okay, my brother is Italian,
Ew.
half Italian.
Wait. If your brother's Italian, does that mean like, oh, you like a half brother?
Yeah, he's half Italian.
Okay.
Italian. It's okay. I can say it.
Italians love wearing T-shirts that say like FBI can't get me, and I'm like, motherfucker, you're like a fat fucking Guido who's like assistant manager of a hardware store. The FBI is not going after you, okay? Like their shirts always say like FBI forever bothering Italians, and I'm like, fuck are you, motherfucker? I see that shit everywhere.
I'm sorry. That's funny as shit. You're the assistant manager of a fucking hardware store. What are you? Oh god.
Delivery driver at Domino's.
They wear like a shirt that's like affliction before they go to the gym.
Oh god, I hate Italians.
Oh god. It's okay. This is not an anti-Italian podcast. Okay, you guys make excellent food. Um,
Yeah, it's just fucking sauce. It's just fucking sauce. It's good though.
you guys make excellent food. Just please stay out of politics. Um,
No, wait, Italians are actually very either far left or far right. There is no in between. I'm just gonna say this as someone who's like, you know, been around other Italian people.
I mean,
Like, Italians are just not moderate people, you know?
they're very extreme. You know,
Yeah,
there's no Romans anymore. Just northern and southern Italians. There's no left or right in Italy, or there's no center in Italy. There's either leftists or right wingers, and there's no fucking pepperoni all over my pizza, just on one side or the other, because they can't fucking make it right at fucking Little
Hey,
Caesars.
can you stop making jokes like these? It's pretty offensive to the Italian American community.
Look, man, I'm 1/72nd Italian. You can shut the fuck up. All right, I'm
Motherfucker, I know it
Italian.
was you. I know it was motherfucking you and your backwards ass fucking bum hick Ohio people. You
Ohio
people,
people.
whatever, you Ohio people, you were the one.
Excuse me, Mr. City Slicker, but I'm actually I'm actually Scotch Irish, which means I come from a long line of drunk people.
Yeah.
Okay,
You,
so
am I saying like Ohio people can't be degenerate, drunken Irish people? Did I say that?
no, but I'm saying that Italians can.
Well,
You
listen here.
you
It
might
was
have
you
built the
people.
Roman Empire, but you can't build me a fucking gabagool.
Are you doing like an anti-Italian rant using an Italian impression?
Yes.
Okay. I know it was your fucking all you Ohio people. You were the ones who got Little Caesars to do that weird corn on the cob crust pizza.
What the fuck is that? No, we haven't.
Look it up, bitch.
Corn on the cob crust?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, that was you guys.
Listen
You
here, man. Just because like you and your half brother and your second cousin and your third aunt all work at Mark's Pizzeria doesn't mean that you gotta fucking shit on us upstanding drunkard Ohio Appalachians, okay? Motherfucker. Why don't you go make my fucking pizza? All right, it's getting cold.
Okay, let's end this race war and talk about Postal.
All right. Race war aside,
Yeah.
um, let's see. The big shootout involves a lot of stray bullets hitting children and the disabled and Vince Desi.
Hashtag America. Am I right, everybody?
Just someone needs to take that clip and speed it up and just put impact font America
Yeah.
underneath it. That would be so good.
I mean, I'm sure like if you just go to that video seen on YouTube, like half the comments would be like, "This is like America,
This is
thumbs up."
America. Don't catch you slipping up. Police be tripping ya. Then Joey's World Tour abducts Vern Troyer. That happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next funny scene was the vehicular manslaughter juggle, where like one car hits a girl that juggles between two other cars before she hits the ground.
Oh.
That was kind of
And
funny.
then the cops were like, "Oh shit, I thought we like got a flat or something."
I thought we got a flat tire, but no, we just ran over some white bitch.
See, I feel like that's the best part of the whole movie is sort of like the sort of subtle, not necessarily subtle, but like the sort of like societal apathy jokes where Uncle Dave like tells the protagonist that like all the crotchy dolls like fell into like the middle of the ocean along with like the Chinese shipment people
Mm,
and they rescue the fucking dolls instead of the people. And
yeah,
it's just like that. It's like saying that just like really tells you about the setting of the movie.
yeah. It's like
That
a
it
it's like an extremely just uncaring world.
yeah, it's like Springfield on steroids.
It's like hyper consumerist Springfield almost, where people just don't give a fuck about other people.
Yeah, and then like they like explain it how it's like a good thing that ship like drowned. Like we're the only ones getting the crotchy dolls now.
Yeah. And the whole point is because they're being resold on like eBay for like thousands of dollars. So it's just driven by like pure greed. That was kind of funny to see.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of ironic that like I think Postal was a better movie than the Simpsons movie just because of jokes like that. Just because of like at least there was like something to say here.
I mean, like quality aside, the Simpsons movie had a higher quality kind
Okay,
of look
okay.
to it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think the
There's
Postal
more of a
movie is a lot funnier, that's for sure.
because there's more of a bite. That's why it's funnier.
Yeah. It's a bit more biting. It's actually got
Yeah.
commentary in it. It's not just like, oh, the EPA is bad. It's like the whole world kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, it's not just like the whole spider pig, the whole
Spider Pig. No, it's none of that shit. That's why I think Postal is the best movie ever. 10 out of 10. Um, Osama at a business management seminar was a really funny gag.
yeah. He just steals the fucking book.
Yeah. Joey's World Tour is the real villain. Postal dude. MacGyver's out of a vault. Goes all Duke Nukem, and then that's the rest of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, then the monkey scene, which I did not like. That was a little too far.
I thought the like hatred in this movie against Vern Troyer was kind of just came out of nowhere. I think they just like decided to get like a kind of famous actor and just be like, hey, let's just fucking have 1,000 monkeys rape this famous actor.
I mean, the short jokes are funny. It's like, well, what else are you gonna get a midget for if you're not gonna do short jokes? The monkeys thing I just did not like, but
Yeah.
they originally were gonna get Gary Coleman because you know how Gary Coleman was in the video game.
Right, right.
Yeah, so
Whatever
they
happened
just
to that? Did what happened to Gary Coleman?
I don't know, he wasn't doing so good in 2007. He like died the next year.
Ah, unfortunate.
What you
Um,
talking about, Willis?
what you talking about, Jesus?
No, it's Willis, not Jesus.
No, you see, the joke is, hey guys, Peter Griffin here to explain the joke. Uh, he says, "What you talking about, Jesus?" Because he's dead. We're making fun of a dead guy. That's the point here. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah, don't
so
make fun of dead guys, okay? Make fun of racial groups like we do.
yeah, make fun of Italians.
Yeah, make fun of Italians. You ever seen that Gary Coleman episode where he was on The Simpsons?
I don't think I have, to be honest
That
with
okay,
you.
that was a weird way to phrase it. I meant to say, you ever seen that Simpsons episode where Gary Coleman guest stars and with like
Wow, so proper.
yeah, with like the robot like Funzo dolls taking over Springfield?
Why does that sound familiar?
You
Replace
don't.
Funzo with Crotchy, and you've got Postal.
Well, technically no, because the crotchety dolls didn't like became sentiment. So
I mean sentient.
sentient. I'm autistic. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit, that might as well be Postal right there. But which in the game, the short guy was never like an important part. You just like in the game, you literally just go see Gary Coleman in the mall, and then there's a shootout at the mall, and then you leave. That's all that like this movie is like after a certain point, nothing like the game, because the game kind of just focuses more on like random groups of people being like wacky and strange.
I wonder why that like wouldn't make a good movie.
I mean, I think it would make a good movie if they actually tried to make it more like the game. But in the game, there's a lot of different details. Like the postal dude in the game was a developer for Running with Scissors, and he gets fired by Vince Desi himself, and then he has to go and collect his like last paycheck. In this, he collects a welfare check for his fat bitch wife, which is a bit different.
Well, you're not
Um,
gonna like show the moviegoers like, oh, here's the lore with Running with Scissors, the video game company. Here's all the in jokes with Running with Scissors, the video game
no, no, no. I'm
company.
not talking about Running with. I'm talking about the game Postal. This is all like part of Postal, the game that the
All
movie
right.
is based off of. It's like a joke that he's an employee at Running with Scissors because they wanted to like self-criticize a bit. He's not actually the postal dude isn't a real person.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, I'm kind of glad they didn't go this route with the movie.
I mean, they still have the like Taliban controlled convenience store. They still have like the instead of in the game there's protesters who are like anti video game protesters. In the movie they replace those with like hippies or some shit.
Oh, wait, wasn't that in the game too, like Uncle Dave's?
Yeah, but they weren't like a faction that were like trying to kill you, I don't think.
I mean, I kind of like the idea that the postal dude is just a very, very clean cut, like average guy, like just trying to adapt in an insane world. Whereas the
Mhm.
video game, I feel like this guy is like genuinely already 100% insane. I kind of like Zach Ward's portrayal, and I kind of like how it showcases like he fucking like was involved in a prank in like the 90s or something, and he just could not go to a college.
Yeah. That
I,
would
I I think yeah, like that was a good note that really says a lot.
mm. Although in the game he's not like insane. If anything, if you play the game like pacifist, his dialogue is very not bad. He's not like a bad person. He's only as bad as you make him. That's actually part of the promotional material of Postal. Because
Yeah, yeah.
you can play that game pacifist. You're only as violent as or the game is only as violent as you are.
Yeah, but if you're wearing like a long black trench coat in public, it's like, come on.
I mean, it was the 2000s. They were still running off that Columbine high.
Oh, look, I don't know how your people were dressing, but
My people, motherfucker.
Ohio people, kind of the peasant.
Motherfucker, what?
Ohio people, you know what I mean.
Shut the fuck up, you Colorado Italian.
That was the harshest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot harsher if you keep dissing my people, dog.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to be like Gene Siskel and you're Roger Ebert, and we beat the shit out of each other and we strangle each other.
Yeah, we're like Siskel and Ebert with race war between us,
Yeah.
ethnic tensions.
I mean, shit. Siskel and Ebert probably had race wars between each other.
What, what,
No,
what,
uh,
what,
back,
what, what?
going back to Postal.
They're just two white dudes.
I don't know. One was like a Catholic, one was Jewish.
Okay, I guess that makes sense if you live in like Poland.
Let's wrap this review up.
Yeah,
Please read
let's get
it.
it the fuck over with.
Let's kill ourselves, honestly.
Oh god. You guys pay for this, by the way.
Well, no, this is a free episode, so
Oh, you
this is
guys don't pay for this, by the way.
this episode is shitty because you're a fucking freeloader, and this is the best you fucking deserve. You want quality? Pay the $5 for the Simpsons review, bitch. That one's
Yeah,
good.
watch the Simpsons review, or better yet, watch the Norbit review. Those are the better movies. Okay,
Yeah.
those are the movies that we have more to say about.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. What else you got in your notes?
That's it. My notes are dead, dude.
All right, fine. We can finally. How long have we been riffing?
Like an hour and 13 minutes.
Okay, that is way too much.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is thank you guys for watching or listening, whatever, to Zoomer Tombstone. This has been the review of Postal 2007. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Wait, have you looked up that corn on the cob pizza?
Okay, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right
It's
now.
just yeah, type it up.
Yeah,
Type it up.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Corn on the cob. What was it? Little Caesars?
Yeah, Little Caesars corn on the cob pizza.
Okay, let's take a look. What in the goddamn fuck?
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?